The following is a Journey into Comics Network production.
Good luck.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Addicts Podcast, the show where we talk about the modern and retro video games that we play and collect. I'm your host, Brando. Joining me here today, as always, is this podcast player too, Mike.
Well, hello.
And welcome all of you to the show, wherever you're joining us on video, on Twitch or YouTube, and of course on the podcast services around the globe, including now Spotify. We are officially on Spotify, joining the rest of the Journey into Comics Network feed that's over there. Of course, you can also find us on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher Radio if you want. Or Google Play Music. I don't know anybody who actually uses that for podcasts, but we are there. We are in like 5 places or something like that. It's like Podbean. We're all over the place. You can find us. So thank you guys for joining us wherever you are.
Yes.
Mike, I'm glad you got something this week because I didn't have much to talk about. I'm serious.
I don't really have much to talk about because I've only had it for a day and I actually haven't experienced any of it.
Right. And we'll, coming into the show, I kind of usually have something in the back of my head. Well, I want to talk about this. And I don't know if I have a lot. I mean, I think I have some that maybe got left off last week or the week before for some news. I really didn't jot much down.
There wasn't much.
I mean, there's a little bit of trickles of news, but it all just matters on, what interests you. Because, or me or you, or, I'm not going to discuss something here on the show that, unless it intrigues one of us.
Right.
If it intrigues none of us, then I'm just talking to talk.
Yeah.
It may interest you guys, but I can't say anything to add to that. I can't give my opinion. I can't go forward with it. But I'm gonna go forward because I got pickups.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first. Now,
yeah, mine's a little longer.
Well, okay. Yeah, and we'll discuss your stuff. All right. So, only one of these is a game, and only 2 of these are for me.
Did you actually get what you went there to go to get?
No. I wish.
That's why I didn't go, because I knew there was stuff there I wanted to buy.
So I've been looking for this for my wife for a while, and it is Little Women, the movie from the 80s with Rhino Wider. This has the book.
Ooh.
And it was $5, and the movie is sealed.
There you go.
I don't really care about the movie, but she's like, we had that movie a long time ago. Where is it? We can't find it.
No,
and every time I go in there, I've been looking in the DVD section for it.
There you go.
All right. And I got a copy of Wonder Woman on Blu-ray, $5.
I might want to borrow that because I haven't seen it yet.
It was playing on the
yeah,
on, the TV, and I just saw it sitting up there, but I couldn't read the price. It was too far away, even for me squinting.
Right.
And I'm like, and he was checking. He got the stuff, and it was getting me. I'm like, how much is Wonder Woman? He goes $4.99. I'm like, want it? So he kicked it right out of the Blu-ray player, or out of the PS4, and put her in a case for me.
Yeah, he knows it's clean. I mean, it's playing.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I haven't had a chance to watch the movie yet, and I heard it's really freaking good.
I heard it's
Yeah. So the last one is a video game.
Wait, you only got 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Suikoden 3.
I saw that.
Suikoden 3. They also had another RPG that I hadn't heard of. They also had a copy of Ys Arc of Napishism.
Yes, they did. Yes,
which is E6 for PS2. But I went ahead and picked this up. This was $8, $7.99 for this. No manual, unfortunately. But the first 2 Suikoden games, especially the second one, I think, is really expensive on the PS1. This one is the first one on the PS2. And never actually got a chance to play these. Of course, these were made by the old Konami.
Yeah.
The old Konami, not the new, Konami. But I've really been unintentionally kind of expanding the PS2 collection bit by bit. It seems like I've got a lot for the PS2 now. And, being a bigger, I mean, I've got over, yeah, I heard that, pal.
He wants to play really bad.
Well, we're doing a show. We can't play right now. But yeah, man, Suikoden 3. Pretty happy to pick that up. I've never actually got to play any games. I don't know if I have one of them on download. Because, one of the cool things about the PlayStation store, and having been an active member, as I make much of noise, being an active member on the PlayStation Store for so long is that they have flash sales.
Yes.
And over the years, even if I'm not playing the games, even if I'm either on the PS3, PS4, Vita, like especially for the PS1 classics, some of the PS1 classics will go on sale, and I mean sale like $1.80 something for a $9 or $5 game.
For Final Fantasy VII.
Well, then for Suikoden or for like Wild Arms or for whatever, and it's like I've got a whole backlog of just like downloaded games that I can go play on there. Oh, and like Klonoa, which is like a $60 game for the physical copy for PS1, but I got it for like $2.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say no to that, even if you're not going to play it right now, because it's like for especially for like a game like Klonoa, it would be awesome to have that in my collection.
Right.
But yeah, when you come across a $60, $70, $80, $90, $100 single individual game, it's hard to pull the trigger on that if you're not a diehard fan of it.
Right.
If you don't want it. So for something like Klonoa, which is like, oh, this is a cool game, I've got it, kind of.
Yeah.
Same with Earthbound.
Right.
I like Earthbound, and it's going down in price. I would love to have it. I have it on digital on the Wii U.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I really... Unless I get bit by the bug, which I get bit by the bug occasionally, as I've said before, I'm kind of like, I'm fighting that bug off on vinyl real bad right now.
Yeah.
Trust me. I'm feeling it, man. I get the itch. I've got 10 Iced Earth records already.
Yeah.
Okay, and now 5 of those. Did I get 5? Yeah. Okay. So, stop. Shut up. Okay. Okay. Storm Rider, Burnt, Dark, Days, Horror. I got those 5 all at once, half price.
Right.
For all of them. You can't beat that.
No.
Tax time, Taxmas. I got 1 more. Actually, 3 more. Shut up. And then I got one of the other ones because I already had it, but it was the Record Store Day variant, which is numbered, and I got a regular version that I can just play. And so now I've got like 10 of the records, and I amassed it very quickly. And like I want to get them all.
Right.
And one of them is going to be like $100.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to their concert next week. 1 week from today. As this episode drops, you're watching this today, I'm at that show getting like a raging nerd boner by watching my favorite band, okay?
Yes.
And I got VIP pass. I'm gonna meet these guys again. I've met some of these guys already. I'm gonna shake John's hand and I'm gonna say, are there any plans? Is there any way for these 3 SPV label records to get reprinted for cheaper, so I don't have to spend like $160, $70, $80 to get them?
Yeah.
And he's gonna look at me and say, I don't know. I know it's what he's going to say. And I'm just like, because, I mean.
He doesn't really have control over that.
No, no, but he can. It's all about demand.
Right.
And Century Media are the ones that re-released the stuff that they own from like the 90s. Like the stuff that I said I just bought for half price.
Yeah.
They did that. He didn't do that.
Right.
He doesn't. He actually, for the first 6 albums, he owns none of that music.
Right.
Which is bullshit. He doesn't own any publishing rights to that whatsoever. It's all about the deal that he signed when he first got signed, and they were nobodies. It's like he signed his Soul of the Devil, and the devil says, "I shall take," and he goes. Later on, he's like, "Man, that's a bad deal."
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. You learn and you grow. But so like, I got some more vinyl in. I got my player. Since last time that I've been on the air, I got my speakers, I got my monitors. I love it. It's awesome. I've actually, like when I actually just told you off air, I haven't had a lot of time to play games.
Right.
But I've been sneaking to the back to just put some of these records on to see how they're playing, because I've got 1 record so far that I bought brand new that is not in the greatest shape brand new.
Right.
Because there's stuff on it. I need to try and find a way to clean it. But every other single one has been flawlessly, and I'll tell you this story.
Okay.
So in the fall, my mom bought me some records. We went to Cover Bridge Festival here in local. and this dude had some records, and I went through and I found the Top Gun soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm buying this.
Right.
Because they were listed as like a couple bucks, pretty cheap. And then he had a couple boxes that were not a couple dollars. He went up in price, and I found a couple, and I was thinking about getting one and then the Top Gun one. And I had two in my hands. I had Rush 2112.
Yes.
Absolutely. Must. Yes. Right.
That is a must.
Right. And the other one I had Deep Purple Machine Head.
Ooh.
Which has Highway Star.
Yep.
Smoke on the Water. You know, some of the greatest rock tunes ever. And I'm looking at both of them, and I'm just like, and really for anybody really big Rush fan, it wouldn't be an issue. But for me, I love both of them, and I love Rush maybe a little bit more. But at the same time, like I want both of them, and I was like leaning towards the Rush. And my mom just says, "I'll pay for them. Here, get them."
Yep. Here you go.
And I'm like, "Thank you."
Here you go.
So all right, so I got my player set up, and of course, I'm a huge Metallica fan. They're my first big heavy band I got into. When you're formative and you're trying to find the music that says this is me, you know, like whatever genre of music that is for you. I love how this is a game cast and we're just talking about music, but that's what I'm into right now. Whatever it is, you for some people you feel it. You just bam, this is my music. This is my jam.
Yep.
This is where I'm supposed to be.
Zeppelin.
And Metallica was that for me. First time I heard and associated the noise with Metallica, it was like, yes. And so I played a Metallica record first. And then I'm going through and I'm putting this one on. I'm trying this one. And then I'm like, all I'm playing are brand newer ones. And I'm like, let me try that one of the old ones I have. And I got a Goodwill find. This was a stupid Goodwill for like $1. The Ghostbuster soundtrack is ruined. I tried playing it, and it was like, yeah, this ain't working.
But it was only $1. So.
I mean, it was a novelty thing to go in my game room.
Right.
And it was scratched to hell. But, I mean, it was just a cool thing to find. So, of course, at some point, I'm going to have to rebuy the Ghostbuster soundtrack so I can have the...
Yeah.
Anyway, go on Deep Purple. And what's funny is that I actually turned it on the wrong side. I was actually going to start on side A, then listen to Highway Star.
Yeah.
First song on side B is Smoke on the Water.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I put it on the wrong one until the music started. And there's something different about the older record. I wasn't high. I wasn't drunk. I was right there sitting right where I put the turntable in the game room. I moved the Xbox light and all that stuff to the other side of the room. Okay. So now where all that is just my record player and my speakers. And it was just like I was sitting on the arm of that futon, and and I was in the room with them for a second. I was like, it was weird. It was like this weird psychokinetic feeling. Right. You know, people say, dude, vinyl there's something different about it. When you hear it and it's clear and you're like you got like a good sound. It's got a warmth to it. It sounds more natural. And it was like, I don't know if it was the way it was recorded back then. And the fact that I know that the album was recorded like in like a hotel room type of vibe, but it sounded like the amplifier was like right there in front of me. And then like the drums, and it was just like I was in the room with them. It was crazy weird. If I would have been high, it would have been a trip. Right. But I'm just sitting there going, and I was lost. I was just completely like enamored with it for like a good 30 seconds until the song, because when the song starts ramping up and everything. But it was just like, I haven't felt that yet with the other ones, and I think that is maybe because they're just newer and this newer recording styles. But
is the Rush an older one?
Yes, but I haven't played it yet.
You definitely should try the Rush. And make sure you go through the first side.
Well, of course, the first side. First side's all 2112.
It's
of course.
The rest of it doesn't matter. The first side is one song.
Oh, dude. So like, as I said, like, my collecting vinyl is going to be different from games. Right. Damn it.
So he says.
It will.
So
be.
He says
it
live
has to be.
Today.
It has to be because I don't have the room.
Yeah.
Okay. I've already said from the get-go, Metallica and Iced Earth, I'm getting their catalog. Everything else is going to be artist or album. What is important to me? What do I like?
Right.
And like, for example, Name a rock band out of a hat. Disturbed. What albums would I buy from Disturbed?
Believe.
And that's where we are. We're
I would go as a Sickness too, but
like first
Believe
off,
and
a sickness. I would go Sickness. I would skip Believe, unless I got a deal on it, and then I would go 10,000 Fists. I would skip Indestructible and go to Asylum. I don't dislike. I don't hate Believe, but I don't love it like I love the other ones. When I listen to like all their I went from song 1 to end. For them, it was really like, love this record. This record's all right. Love this one. This one's all right. Love this one. That last one was all right. I'm like, it's like peaks and valleys with me with Disturbed, and then with Linkin Park, I got Hybrid Theory, so I'm gonna get Reanimation, and then I'm gonna get Meteora, and then after that, I'm probably not gonna get any more.
That's where I'm at too. I would get the first 3.
Yeah, and then I'm like thinking, what albums like that I wouldn't even think of right now, like in my current mindset, like what albums are important to me?
right there on your shirt, Pantera.
You know how I said I would like they only have 5 records and they're all about $20. I'm getting all the Pantera records.
Oh yeah,
but like when I think about the albums of what shaped my interest in music, because like I always listened to what my mom and dad listened to, or what was on pop or anything like that,
right.
Or maybe there was a point in the mid '90s where rap was really big, so I listened to a little bit of the Rat, But one album, and again, I want to say this, that I'm not really big on the artist in a lot of the other things that he has done, but this one record is important to my history in music.
And that is
Devil Without a Cause, Kid Rock.
I'm going platinum.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Yes, that's a good album.
That album to me is almost what like shifted my interest towards rock, like modern rock.
I can see that,
because there was a couple of I didn't really get into bands. I wasn't into it. I was kind of like a floater. I like this song or I like this song. I was a songs person, and it wasn't until I got that album that I just put it in my player and let it go. That wow, I got his next record right after that, which was like a rehash of like some of the older stuff that kind of got forgotten. History of Rock is what. Hey, that's kind of funny, but so I got that and was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm not really feeling this as much as the other one, but that one was just like important.
Yes.
And then I'm going, so like when I said like Megadeth, I like some Megadeth. I got 2 Megadeth records, and I'm probably gonna get like 2 or 3 more out of their whole catalog, and that's it. Because I like cryptic writings, sure. But do I want to pay $20 to $30 for it? No.
See, mine, I'd be hurting. I'd be hurting for certain.
Well, and that's just it. Is that
because mine would be the Zeppelin?
Well, of course. And what's awesome is that classic bands and big bands like Zeppelin and Metallica and AC/DC and the Stones and Beatles, they get reprinted more often than not.
Ugh. Sorry, you said the Beatles. I hate them. But I respect the shit out of them for what they did for rock.
Dude.
I really do. I think
I'm not
they're
a huge Beatles fan either, but I can listen to some of their music, especially like when they went into their like tripping on acid phase.
Nope.
When they went into their tripping on acid phase, some of their stuff is really, really interesting to listen to. But
somebody's shaking their fist at me yelling, "You hate the Beatles." Hey, you know what?
I'm looking up Led Zeppelin vinyl.
I don't hate them. I don't like their music at all. Like, I don't, but they did a lot. Just like the Stones did a lot for rock. But I'm a Zeppelin fan.
I get you. No, don't see, and I just looked up Led Zeppelin, and I'm looking up vinyl. Led Zeppelin 4, remastered original vinyl. Guess how much?
$20.
$21.93. Led Zeppelin 1, $23.99. 2, $22.97.
Yeah.
Mothership is $46.96.
I was gonna say
that's
that
a
was
4 LP.
Yes.
And then 3 is 22. So I mean,
they're not bad.
No.
But that's for rehashing. Like I would really.
You want the original?
Really like the Stairway to Heaven single.
Well, let's. I have an app for that.
You have an app for that now?
I have Discogs, and it allows me to catalog and search, and you can even buy music. I bought 2 of the Ice Earth records on Discogs. So Stairway to Heaven. And we're going to go to releases. We're going to go to... here we go. This is the Stairway to Heaven vinyl 7-inch, 45 RPM. This is the single. Have fun with this one, pal.
I told you I'd be hurting for certain.
There is one for sale in a generic sleeve, not even in the real sleeve.
I saw that it wasn't the right sleeve.
$345.
I was gonna say it should be in the threes.
Highest it's ever sold is $4.99. The lowest it's ever sold on here, $35.
Somebody did well. Somebody did very well.
But yeah, that is the original 72.
Yes.
But I love this app because name a band. Top of your head. Name a band.
Thrice.
Thrice.
Only because we were all talking about it in chat the other day.
All right, so artist Thrice. Now I can you go here and you show all releases. It's going to show for here all the albums right here.
Right.
So what album do you really like from Thrice? Do you know? Or do you...
Let me see. Because I like a lot of them. So
Okay.
when you specify this one I own.
All right, let me see it real quick. Okay, now once you click on it, now it's going to come up with every single version that is available.
Right.
You have a CD album Pro, a promo sampler, the 2LP, which is the record. You have two, and you have the reissue, which is RE. You have reissue Tran, which is probably like translucent. Reissue Gold, reissue White. So they did in 2014. They did a reissue of this album. They have one with clear, one in black. So one in I don't know what Bro is. It's reissue Bro. What's up, bro?
Could be brown.
Maybe it is brown. Yeah. Good on you. All right, so we're going to go to the Thrice. Here we go. And on here, you can get it for an average of about $27.
Which isn't bad.
26 Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, and then, all right, so click on that, and then you go down here, and you'll see it. Oh, come on. Go down. Yeah, you see all the ones down here for sale. So go down here to this one. And this dude has been selling. He has a 4.5-star rating, a 97.9%. And then it says that the media, which is the LP record, is in mint condition, and the sleeve is in near mint or mint minus, and it is $46 plus shipping. And he says domestic shipping only, no refunds or exchanges. You probably have to message him to see how much shipping would cost. Some people include that within their information,
right?
Especially if they ship internationally. So and then you go in there and you go add to cart, and then you pay through PayPal.
Huh.
It is like a big Amazon or even more so a non-bidding version of like eBay.
Right.
Or a Amazon Marketplace.
Right.
Type thing. Dude, floodgates open for me. Because that Iced Earth thing, I got Dystopia and Live in Ancient Korean. Dystopia said it had a crease. It had the right. If you look at the front of the cover, the top right was crumpled because that's how we got it in the mail. And that the media was mint. That's what it was. And then the live album goes for like $40-$45. He had it on there for $22. Still sealed. 3 LP. Was I even looking at the live one? Maybe eventually. But I want the studio albums first. Because the other live album they have, Alive in Athens, is way too much. It's like, I don't want to pay that much.
Right.
Because it hasn't got reprinted in a long time. So it's like I'm staying away because I'm not going just to get the studio albums. I'm going to be spending more than what I want. But for that one, I was just like, it's good. I like it. I'll listen to it on my phone. I don't need it on record.
Right.
For half price or almost $23, and then just to get the one that I wanted, which I was spending like $8 to $9 more than what I was going to spend to get it brand new. Getting it used, and then I'll get both for the same shipping price.
Right.
Might as well at that point.
Yeah.
And it went flawlessly, and I'm looking at some other bands that their stuff isn't as widely available. Metallica stuff, you can get that on Amazon. $15-$20.
Yeah.
Dude, seriously, newer bands, like I just went through the Zeppelin stuff. Cheap, brand new. $20 a record, I can do that.
Yeah.
That's no problem. Go there. Go in maybe once every couple of weeks. I'm going to go out and I'm going to pick up Judas Priest. Painkiller.
Yeah, there you go.
Got Painkiller. The next week, I'm gonna get Maiden, Power Slave. Boom. Go okay. slowly, and then that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm not going to get all the Maiden run. I love Maiden, but I'm not in love with Maiden, if you know what I get. I love my albums that I love from Maiden, and I'll listen to the other ones. But as far as like physical media, the only place where I can listen to this is in my game room. That's why I'm like not doing my game room or my video games addiction, where it's like all of a sudden I had this list and I went scroll and the scroll's rolling and went downstairs into this guy's house, and now it's like I have this endless run of games lists, and then it snowballed because they're so cheap.
Right.
If every record was $2, I'd probably have a lot more records.
You'd be screwed.
It would. Oh yes, but since they're not, I'm looking at it from a different mindset, from a different collecting point, because I can't have all the Maiden records. I don't have room, and it's like I don't love all the Maiden records to the point where it's like I want to have a physical copy of it just to sit there and I can put it on. The cool thing about having a record player and having that is that when people come over, let's throw it on, have it on in the background. Maybe we'll listen to it. Maybe we'll have a discussion about it. You know,
right?
That it's a different way to experience it. CDs can do the same thing, but it's like, man, this is big. The artwork, you're holding it, you're looking at, it's a different feel. And I never thought that all these, like when I rated my mom and dad's record collection in their old stereo that sounded like crap, when I first listened to Skynyrd and the Stones and Foghat and AC/DC and Kiss, that I'd be standing here right now like saying that I'm starting a vinyl collection, and when I get a new house, that's where I'm gonna have a problem, because that means I'm gonna have more of a dedicated space for it, and I'm like, well, I gotta fill this up with stuff.
See, my thing was I've always wanted to collect the skins, not necessarily the vinyls, but I like the artwork from the skins.
Absolutely.
And a girl that I dated, her dad kept all of them. He would buy them when they came out. Like he had them all. Well, he had her room. She had a huge room. It was probably the size of our bedroom.
Yeah.
Wow, that was creepy. Me and Joanna's bedroom. And one of the walls there, from one end of the wall to the other, was nothing but vinyl sleeves. And they had taken the sleeves out, tacked them up to the wall, and then they put them in a different sleeve. It looked amazing.
So there was I saw like somebody took vinyl records, probably ones you probably get from like Nobody's, from gospel stuff from like Goodwill.
Where they cut them up?
No, they didn't cut them up. They put them on the floor and put them right next to each other and lacquered over it in the kitchen. So the floor had this lacquer finish over
records,
all the records. It's pretty cool looking. All right, so I typed in one of my other favorite bands to listen to that isn't big is Symphony X. Yeah. Love me some Symphony X, man. And I got one of their records so far that I got from a local record store, and it's not available on Amazon brand new.
Right.
Okay. It is Iconoclast right here. And look at the lowest used offer.
$96.98.
Yes.
Wow.
I got it for $25.
That's a good deal.
And I only want to get two more. I want to get Paradise Lost, which says temporarily out of stock, which means with knowing this, they're not going to get another one. But their price on it was $26.99. And then one offer for the Odyssey is $70. So when you go on to the Discogs, which is just a different.
You want to know another one that I would collect? Tool.
There you go.
Tool and Perfect Circle, obviously.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's different. Okay, here we go. I found the band. So now I'm gonna go to their show releases, and I'm gonna go to. Okay, so I said Paradise Lost was on brand new on there was $27, right?
Yeah.
So this was on a 2 LP red vinyl, and it's for sale on here. They have 13 for sale. The only one that's in the States is $29.99,
which isn't bad.
Plus shipping, so I'd have to pay shipping. Shipping rates for one LP, media mail is $5. So it would be $35 to get an album that I really love. Not bad. And then it says the media is mint, sleeve is near mint. Comment sealed, new copy. Buddy. Uh-oh. Now that I know it's new. But okay.
You going to be sending a text to your wife? Hey, honey.
I think I might have to order it, yeah. Paradise Lost is one of my favorite records. The Odyssey, though, just for example, let's go to, they had, this was a blue LP. Whoa. Calm down. Only 2 for sale. One from both are from France. And one is for €40 and one is for €65. €40 turns into $49.88 plus shipping, which shipping is one LP is €7. So I mean, you're looking at
to the U.S. or anywhere.
No, okay,
in
no,
Europe.
No, oh crap, yeah, no, never
It's
mind.
gonna be about $20.
No, it's 25 minimum €25 for U.S., Canada, and Japan.
Yep.
So. Might as well just order it from Amazon, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so that's going to be difficult to find Odyssey on vinyl, maybe. Wait, 2 LP reissued. Maybe this is just the black one. There are more. Sweet. And we're looking at 20 from Italy, Germany, Poland. Let's click on the Italy one. Mint. Played once, photos on request. And I can't read you. Okay, here we go.
Okay. I can't read you.
Scrolling down. Man, he's got different.
Wow.
He's got different rates for different countries. Did not list United States unless it was first. No. European buyers, please pay these. Wow. Yeah. Oh wow. Wow. Okay, worldwide buyers, Asia and the America pay these shipping rates. One LP is €16.50 on top of the 20. So that's $25 for the 20. So 16 more. That would be probably about $40 maybe 40, 50. Odyssey though, I would definitely do it for Odyssey. Odyssey is one of my favorite records from them. And again, I already have one that is my favorite. And the other 2 would do I need to go out and hunt the rest of them? No.
Right.
Because I don't want to get into that life. But again, everybody's going to be different. And everyone's going to some people are like, I need everything that this band has ever done. And then they end up collecting all the CD variants, all the vinyl variants, all the cassette variants that are out there. Like, no.
Right.
No way, man. Anyway. I think we just...
You just went on like a 20-minute rant here.
You had a pickup?
I have a few.
So okay, do that one because we have a news story about that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So only because I was a little jelly.
Yeah.
That you got Metroid Prime.
2.
Yeah, 2. So I went to the Replay where I purchased some more stuff. But they had this. I walked by. I really wasn't looking. I just walked by, caught my eye. I didn't even look. Didn't even see what was in it. Nothing. Just grabbed it and kept walking. And she was like, "Did you just get a game?" Yep. Oh. I looked at the rest of them real briefly because our GameCube in our area sucks for selection.
GameCube selection around here is not very healthy.
No. And, yeah, I just grabbed it and kept going. It's like, I'm buying this. That's the way it is.
Well, yeah. It's Metroid Prime, the first one. It's a game. It's not
One
only
of my
just
favorite ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of your favorite Metroid games in general. I mean, you love the series, and you just happen to not own this anymore.
Cube.
On the Cube, you own the Wii version and the trilogy.
Yeah, I own the trilogy, but
you want that Cube controller.
The Cube controller with this, I played this all the way through on the Wiimote, and I don't like it.
I don't blame you.
But I suffer through it because I love the game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's the only way you can play the third one.
Yeah.
I wish.
But what if? What if we get a Metroid Prime trilogy remastered for the Switch?
Oh, I'd buy it. I'd be the first one in line. I tell you that right now. I first one in line.
I want it. I definitely want it because
That'd be amazing to have it on the go like that. I mean, it'd be just like
Yeah.
carrying around Fusion.
Yeah, well, right. Well, I mean, because if you think about it,
screen.
the media disc that fit on one disc, and
Yeah.
that fits like 2.5 gigs per disc almost.
I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't think it says on the disc.
No, it doesn't.
But like, I remember like disc bases, like the average PS2 game was 2 to 4,
Right.
and the Cube's discs were a bit smaller. So it could have been anywhere between 1 and 1.8 and 2 gigs per disc, which some larger games needed 2 discs, you know. So
Did you ever do the progressive scan compatible?
no, because
I never did either.
okay, here's the thing, because the cables for the progressive scan to get the component cables for the Cube, they are proprietary Nintendo media.
Yes.
You cannot buy third party because there's a chip in there, and they are over $100 to get a pair of those cables.
Yep.
And the best way to do it, to get a component GameCube signal, is to get an original Wii model that has that, because those component cables are so much cheaper, and it's the original Wii is almost just a souped up GameCube anyway.
It is, yeah.
I mean, and so it has all your ports, it has your memory cards, your controllers. You can put your disc right in there, and it plays fine.
Yep.
So do it that way. But of course, now they have ways that they have HDMI mods and all this different stuff that you can do that. But I haven't done that. The only one I've done that with is the Xbox, the OG Xbox, because the cables are cheap enough, and there are more games on the Xbox versus the PS2 that really utilize the 480i signal, whereas on the PS2 you can get them, but like there's only like maybe 1 or 2 games in my library that really utilize it. Meanwhile, I needed one of them to have that so I could plug the rest of them in via S-Video.
Right.
And I chose Xbox to do component.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a beloved game. I remember being super excited and beating the game, and then getting Metroid Fusion, beating Metroid Fusion, buying a link cable, and realizing it was the first Metroid game that you got. Because if you connect them, you got a game. As long as you beat them both. And it was the original. I played it, but I was really hoping for it to be Super Metroid.
Mm-mm.
If it was Super Metroid, I never would have got rid of this, ever.
So,
Bandai
Namco is rumored to be working on the Metroid Prime 4 game.
Yes.
For Switch. Apparently, Bandai Namco is reported to be working on the Ridge Racer 8 and an unannounced first-person shooter game, both of which are Switch exclusives, according to the resume of a Bandai Namco developer on LinkedIn, as discovered by Dr. 81.
Good job, Dr. 81.
Yeah. Now it looks like that FPS game might as well be Metroid Prime 4, according to multiple sources. Eurogamer reports that the rumor the game is in development at Bandai Namco has been verified by its sources, and although the studio has made no official confirmation on that, multiple sources are saying that this is in fact true. Metroid Prime 4 is apparently being worked on by Bandai Namco studios in Singapore, which Eurogamer says is the lead studio on the game in collaboration with Nintendo. The game was confirmed as being in development since E3 last year when they announced it, which you pretty much about fell out of your chair.
I about did. I literally just, it was just a sign.
Yeah.
There was nothing. It was just the sound. I was like, what's going on? What are we doing? And then Metroid.
Basically, we have no release speculation on the title yet.
They said this year.
We'll see.
I assume holiday this year.
I think we'll get something around E3 probably.
I hope
Or Nintendo, they like to just drop stuff at random spots anyway.
Right.
But yeah, I don't.
But Nintendo's pretty good about finding that time. It's like, here's a good time to, there's a little dead space here. Like other games are getting hyped, so we're gonna hype our stuff. They're good at that.
Okay, so we got some stuff. We're gonna get to your big pickup because that's gonna probably be our main topic.
Yeah, but I'm gonna utilize the restroom well.
Will I talk about what I'm gonna talk about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, so we got some 11 things from IGN that we learned about Kingdom Hearts at D23 Expo in Japan. Of course, D23 is a Disney type thing. Still no release date, but lots of exciting new stuff. I probably don't care about some of this, but new world themed on Monsters, Inc. It's what I've told you before off air. Theme song.
Yes, it was.
Don't Think Twice by Hikaru Utada, which probably means it's going to be, of course, copyrighted problems when we're streaming and uploading to YouTube, which is causing problems with the other Kingdom Hearts games. Gummy Ship goes open world, traveling through space to reach new worlds on your customizable gummy ship. Has been a staple of the series. Of course, if you play the first couple, you play along like a Star Fox type level with this little customizable gummy ship. This will evolve into a whole new level. Until now, you fly through a linear stage, like I said, but now you'll be able to free fly around 360 degrees in an open world environment. The gummy ship gameplay will be divided into battle phases and exploration phases, so a little bit of a different feel there. Number 4, towns have become much more vibrant. So when you go to new worlds in the Disney worlds, during the presentation, footage of the castle shown from the Rapunzel world, so there's going to be one of those, was shown, and it looked absolutely stunning with many NPCs walking around, so it makes it feel more alive and, dense. Programming Rapunzel's hair has been extremely difficult, apparently. Tangled was a world that was announced way back when the game was still early in development stages, but the reason we haven't seen much footage from it is it turns out to be her hair. According to Square Enix, creating smooth and natural movement for her hair has been one of the most difficult things for the development of Kingdom Hearts 3. Probably
Well,
why
think of how long it is.
Yeah. I'm going to laugh if this is like, we had this game done and we were ready to release like 3 years ago, but that damn hair.
Just fucking Rapunzel.
Yeah, well, it's like whoever decided that we were going to do Tangled, like we got so far into that world and we realized, we need to touch up the hair, and we're like, well, it's too late now.
Yeah.
Got to keep going. During the presentation, a sequence was shown where you could see Rapunzel's hair waving in the wind and naturally falling on the floor and staircases, which looks superb. Rapunzel's hair can interact with the environment as well. For example, wrapping around a tree, her hair could very well go down as the most impressive hair in video game history.
Wow.
That is a phrase I don't know if I ever thought I would utter. I remember playing the old wrestling games where the hair was like, and it still is to some extent, and just boom.
Yeah.
Sorry there, pal. I'm going to have to get back to you in a minute while you're talking. So somebody just texted me. Number 6, background modeling was done by one of the largest teams ever at Square Enix. The team in charge of the background modeling for Kingdom Hearts 3's towns, fields, consists of more than 80 people working on the game internally, and parts of it were being outsourced to overseas studios as well. Tetsuya Nomura, the director of Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy VII Remake, by the way, described as one of the biggest background modeling teams ever at Square Enix. As a result, we can expect many. I'd hope so.
Yeah.
I'd expect it to be many detailed and rich backgrounds. Number 7, there will be links between. There will be links with Kingdom Hearts Union X, the series' popular smartphone app. Will link with it. I don't know anything about that.
I don't either.
And Final Fantasy Record Keeper was also launched. For Record Keeper, a gummy ship mini game. I don't care about mobile stuff, so sorry guys.
I played it. It's cool little thing, but it was literally just. It's all about time, and you have to wait for your stuff. Everybody wants you to pay for stuff. I don't want to pay for
it. Number 8, each world is almost its own game. According to developers, Kingdom Hearts 3 is a whole new level. Is on a whole new level compared to the previous installments. A lot of the effort has been put into each world, and new mechanics and gameplay are introduced to an extent that each of them could almost be a standalone game. The newly revealed trailer, Sora, Buzz, Lightyear, and Woody can be seen flying around on a fire rocket on a firework rocket. In another sequence, Sora is hanging from what seems to be a factory belt, which seems to suggest a greater variety in gameplay. Number 9, Giant Land will make an appearance in some way, we think. Footage from the development studio at Square was shown during the presentation, and an image that included the word Giant Land was visible. Giant Land was the earliest Mickey Mouse animated movies, created by Walt Disney in 1933. Its story is based on the fairy tale Jack and the Beanstalk. While it's not a direct announcement, it's a fairly heavy hint. Of course, in Kingdom Hearts 2, we had the Steamboat Willie world where everything was black and white, and you were like no talking, and you were like the old school look. It was really cool. I really dug that. Another cool world that was a surprise to me when I first played it for Kingdom Hearts 2 was Tron.
Yeah.
And it looked awesome. I was cool. Yeah, I was like blown away.
I was like, cool.
Cool. Man, that's just so cool.
Man, yeah, cool.
Rare Heartless will be in the game. Rare Heartless enemies, which require certain strategies to hunt down and defeat, will appear in Kingdom Hearts 3. They can be distinguished from normal Heartless by what's on their head, and each can be defeated through designated missions. It goes without saying that these poor dudes will come out, will become the target to all the completionists. Blah blah blah.
Hey, think if they did a Sephiroth.
Well, I mean, he has been a secret boss in the first 2 games.
That's what I'm saying. But what if they did?
You get to attack him. Ah!
9999. One attack. 9999. Well, this sucks.
Well, like you go up to like this random looking Heartless dude, and it's like, oh, I got you, you little bastard. I'm gonna hit you. All of a sudden, Sephiroth. Ah! It's like,
Run away.
So the last stage will implement something that Tetsuya Nomura has been wanting to do for a very long time. Tetsuya Nomura has made an interesting remark about the last stage of the game, saying that it is implemented here is something he's been wanting to do for a very long time, even something that when he was still working on the Final Fantasy series. Well, we don't know what that is.
Right.
Developers described it by mentioning you can do so many different things here, and that is really a compilation of everything up until now. Oh man, I love it. I mean, because it's like all these things we learned. Not much. It makes you wonder, is that game coming out this year? I'm thinking at earliest March 2019, because it's still within the fiscal year.
Yeah.
If it's not ready by then, I think they're not willing to put a date on it because they're not ready yet.
Oh, freaking Rapunzel's hair.
Rapunzel's hair, man, just taking up way too much time.
I'm assuming she's a playable character.
Maybe her hair's a playable character. I don't know.
You call her on a cell. Hey, Rapunzel, I need help.
Can you imagine it shows Sora's face, Goofy's face, and the hair strand? And you're just wandering around. This hair strand follows you everywhere. And you can literally, like, it loops. It just never ends. It literally just grows from her head. And everywhere you go, it goes. And you look behind you, and you can see where it's coming from.
Jesus.
And then you go back walking the other way, and you could go back exactly. Can you imagine that?
And it loops. It would just infinitely loop.
Oh, my God.
So you could literally just run back and forth and make, like, a road of hair.
You know how, like, when you play a game like Skyrim, your save file gets bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, the more you get through it. And then that was actually a problem on the PS3 version where the save files got so big that they wouldn't load.
Yep.
Can you imagine if the game file started at, like, 50 gigs? And the longer
50 gigs? First one?
Per Kingdom Hearts 3, as a whole.
As a load. Okay.
So you start to play. And the more you make Rapunzel's hair grow, the larger the game file gets, and it goes, bloom, memory insufficient. Need more room. Cannot continue game due to Rapunzel's hair being so long.
That would be interesting if they put that in.
Terrible. Anyway, yeah. So there's one more game news before we go to your pickup. We didn't talk about Red Dead because you don't follow Red Dead.
Yep.
Red Dead's window of release got delayed until June, and now it got delayed until October. It actually got a hard date. I want to say it's like October 26th or something like that. I got my phone.
I actually do have my phone on me.
Red
Surprising.
Dead Redemption 2. I'm looking up the release date. It says 22. It got an actual release date, man. Oh, come on, man. Give me a release date, man. Of course, we also have a massive leak on that. I don't have all that stuff ready. There's other people probably talked about that ad nauseum at this point because we didn't talk about it when this news first came out. Man, there it is. Release date, October 26th. I was right on the money. So, they put a hard date on it, which means that they said no more, not pushing it anymore.
Right.
So I'm pretty confident now that they've put a hard date on it this far into this generation that's when we're going to get it. Also, they've also revealed they revealed some online modes. And Red Dead Redemption 2 is getting a Battle Royale mode. Like PUBG and Fortnite. And that's like really popular now with these.
I mean, it makes sense.
And yeah, so like it's getting one of those modes. And
I wonder if they're going to, like Fortnite, where you can build your fortress.
Well, they did say that people are thinking that the Red Dead 2 online mode is going to be comparable to the GTA 5's online mode.
As popular as that is, they are stupid not to.
And where, like, in GTA where you have your own apartment and you can get your own this and that they're going to have, like, you can do stuff with your tents and you can do...
Right.
There's going to be a lot of stuff.
You're going to have your own homestead.
Yeah, exactly. And, well, I've also heard rumor, pray tell, that Rockstar might become a 2-studio or a 2-game studio. Just like Bethesda is currently with Fallout and Elder Scrolls, and they're just kind of like, all right, let's do everything we can to make the best Elder Scrolls game that we can make at this moment in time.
And we haven't heard a lot from Bethesda other than new remake.
Right.
New remake.
Right. But they do everything that they can. They try to push everything. They push new ideas. They do everything they can to try and push this idea that they've had for a long time. And then once they've taken that this far, then they... well, let's shift gears and let's take those ideas and what can we do with that in this setting,
right?
With guns, with this, with that. And so then it makes it like sometimes it's almost like, wow, this opens up a whole new mindset of how this, because with the whole like building your own settlements and all that stuff, and
right.
That of course some of that stuff started in Skyrim with building your I can't remember what they're called,
your house,
your house, but like. Homestead? No, that's not right.
And in Skyrim, you only build your house from the ground up, and you build everything inside of it, nothing outside of it.
But then they expanded that and made settlements in Fallout.
Oh, Fallout, yes, Fallout.
Hey, what are you doing? Get away from that. Yeah, talking to you, pal. Come here, dog meat. We're talking about Fallout. Get over here.
Yeah, he comes to you.
Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to touch on Red Dead for a second. I've got the game pre-ordered. I've had it pre-ordered since last Taxmas.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to pet you, man. I'm not playing. We are doing a podcast. We're doing a god-stang podcast, man. What?
I don't know.
All right, so you got a pickup.
I have a large pickup.
You have a large pickup. Talk about your pickup.
So
I got to text somebody back.
On Valentine, for my wife 4 years ago, she talked about how she loves Skyrim, and she was upset because she didn't have it anymore. She didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So for Valentine's Day, I had a PS3, so I went ahead and bought it for her, and that was her Valentine's Day gift. 4 years later, we still hadn't picked up VR, so we were out, and I looked at her and I said, you know what? It's Valentine's Day. We don't have it. Do you want it? And we just got some money back, quite a bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was
that
free.
And that's what the phone call interruption was last week's show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we finally got that.
So that turned into that.
Yes. And it is we bought the VR, the drop VR that has the Wiimote or the Wiimote, the little the Move and the camera, and it came with the like 8 or 10 games for $250.
That's not bad. That's like $100.
It's $150 off
yeah.
because if you include Skyrim,
Right.
Skyrim bundle is $450 currently.
So was the game included, or did you buy it separate?
We had to buy it separate.
How much was the game by itself?
So we could have bought it. What we didn't know, and it's kind of the thing with Bethesda, is if you went and bought Skyrim from this replay, if they redeemed the codes, you wouldn't get the DLC. Mm-hmm. So that's what we thought it was, and they were not 100% sure. So we went to the Devil's Playground They had 2 copies. And I was like, well, we looked online, and Walmart said that they had it for $40. So I was like, well, let's buy it brand new for $40.
Right.
No.
I'm putting this on.
I don't care. And they
Can I
didn't.
wear it with glasses or no?
You can wear it with glasses. Here, wait, before you do all that. Hold on. Let me adjust. Let me adjust everything.
Yeah, because of her head.
So, yeah, look. A button here.
I cannot. I took my glasses off.
Well, put your glasses back on. There's a button here.
Yep, boom.
It pulls it all the way out. And then you want to push this button here. And it will let you expand it. And when you have it done, you
tighten it.
You tighten it.
Oh.
There you go.
Bro.
Whoa, bro. So, yeah, you can put it on with your glasses. Goes right over. And then you push that little button.
This one.
Yeah.
Whoa, bro.
So I'll let you test it out a little bit. I haven't tested any of it out other than I set it up. And then once it was...
Right here. I can't see the microphone.
You're holding it, so...
Well, now I am, yeah. I know where the microphone is.
Don't bash the thing on it, though. You're very close.
I'm
not. So I set it up for her. And right now she's using the controller because with the move, you teleport.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not very good with the teleport, in my opinion.
It's weird. I haven't played it, but I definitely watched it, and it was very jarring. It's like I understand that's a way to play it without the motion sickness or the big motion kind of thing.
But you still can look left and right and stuff. So it's not really a big motion. What you're looking at is that Skyrim, if anybody plays Skyrim, they know that you need to be able to move around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that
it'd be so hard to play it like that, though.
But the thing is that if you are a sword and border, it's awesome because you can throw your shield up and it's like, doo, doo, doo,
right,
and then you can swing and everything like that. But
if you're like, can you imagine if you're like a two-hander?
Yeah, you'd just be wailing around in the room
in one spot.
But so she played a little bit of it, and obviously with this, you're gonna have motion sickness for a while. It's just you have to get used to it. So she got out of Helgen into River Run, and she was like, I can't do anymore. I'm done. But it looks really cool, the game. So when you first start up the VR, the menus look horrible. And you're looking at it going, oh no.
What have I just bought? What
it's
I get myself
look
into?
Good. Like Joanna's like, all the white's all blurry. It looks bad. And I'm like, oh no. So I got it all calibrated. I'm like, it does not look good. I'm going to have to take it back. If it's horrible, I'm going to take it back. She booted up the game, and all you see is her reaching out to grab things, going, oh, I love it. So, yeah, for my wife, this is her big thing. She said that pretty much starting over again.
Double key.
Yeah. So it's cool to watch. I can't watch very much of it because she's not very fluent with her movements as I'm staring at her now.
Maybe I'll try it out before I leave.
Yeah, you try it out if she'll let you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe I'll just walk around for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, man? I kind of feel like, you know, and this isn't a diss or anything because I have my own health problems in this area with vision. But, like, whenever you would watch, like, Ray Charles, he's, like, kind of, like, going like this, and they have the microphone set up in a certain spot to where, like, even when he's feeling it, man, he's, like, all over the place. I really don't know where the microphone is. Like, I think it's right in front of me, right here.
You're close.
Right, so, like, but I haven't really moved a whole lot.
Just don't go down.
Yeah, no. And then
you have to push the button.
I pushed the button.
Yeah, you push the button to release the lock.
Oi.
So it's interesting, you know.
It's bright in here.
It is. It's
I feel like I was just.
I'm anxious to try it out with the demo disc. Please don't do that again. You're gonna tear the mic right off the stand next time. He got wrapped up in the cable. That's why he ran.
Hey.
You're like 90 pounds and you're terrified of a cable.
I mean, that's cool though. I mean, I remember there was a point where you're like, no, definitely not doing it, and then you're like, yeah, we got it.
Yeah, we didn't want to do it. Well, I wanted to wait until I got the PC built because of the PC. You get the Oculus Rift. They're pushing 4K. You know, And it has the controllers, a little better controllers, I think, where like it's like a Halo. You put your hand into the Halo, and it's got sticks, so you can.
But I mean, it works,
And it works.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that this is definitely a lower end VR, but it works, and it's bringing it cheaply to people.
Yes.
Who can't afford it otherwise. So like,
it's interesting to set up.
Yeah.
I will say that. Like now, I have a box that has 4 HDMI cables sticking out of it, and then this has, as you can tell on the connector,
2 USBs,
2 HDMI.
Oh,
one
two
of
HDMI.
one of those HDMI, and this I don't really know what that would be called. It looks like an HDMI, but it's more like a.
It's an HDMI. It's just white.
It's a different shape though.
It's a slightly different shape.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
it's kind of neat. She enjoyed it. Like I said, she can only play for a short amount of time. So
Yeah, right on.
I'm interested to try it. I would like to do. I'd like to borrow somebody's Gran Turismo Sport.
I don't want to buy it.
I don't want to buy it, and I want to see how it looks. It looks like it would be cool because you could actually like look left, look right, and look in your mirrors, look in your rear view
you're
mirrors.
gonna be like, yeah, I'm playing this for a while.
It could be, but it could be like I get motion sickness pretty easily.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
You're
come on, Darksiders, that game, because I don't have full control over the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. If I get too close to the building and it flips me around real quick to stare at the thing, I'm like, ooh. I can play about an hour of that game, and I'm like, yep, I'm done. Got to go sit down, lay down for a minute. I can't even do stuff on a plane. I can watch a movie on a plane, barely. That's bad. But it's interesting. I would like to see a little bit more of it. You'll get more than I have.
Well, right on, man. Well, I think that's going to do it for us here today on the show, guys. There's not a whole lot to talk about. Hopefully, in the next week, we'll have some more to talk about. I've been playing Skyrim myself on the Switch.
Oh, and Monster Hunter.
Oh, Monster Hunter? Yeah, you've been playing some Monster Hunter.
Yeah, which Blaine and them got that on the Inceptacastrophe.
Yeah.
And they pretty much touched points on it. I really enjoy the game. I was kind of iffy on it.
Yeah.
But as I played it, and I haven't played with anybody yet because I didn't want to have Blaine and Tyler like go down so many notches and help me try to get. I didn't want someone to carry me. I wanted to learn the game on my own, so I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
So that when I did play with them, I wouldn't be a burden, because in that game, you have to know what you're doing.
You wouldn't be the steak cooker like Nick Torres was.
Yes, I wasn't a steak cooker.
Cook steaks.
Or the guy who just ran around and picked up bugs.
Oh, hey.
I'm not the bug guy, okay? Come back for the final kill. Not going to happen. Yeah, I still have yet to mount a guy because I'm using a bow, but I've done some things that's really wild and crazy that I didn't know you could do. Yeah. So, like, I was sitting there fighting one of the really fast monsters in a very enclosed space, and I happened to, like, dodge back, and he dodged back and up. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Well, he goes up, and you can jump off the wall. You can basically, like, pounce off the wall, which this specific creature can, and you, like, go up above, and I, like, shot him with an arrow. I was like, okay, that's cool. That's just a little touch. Didn't have to be there. But to literally like vault up and just, or you can land on top of him and start landing arrows.
That's cool.
This is cool.
Sweet.
It's a good game.
Hell yeah, man. I've been playing a little bit of Skyrim. I think I understand why people like Skyrim, because I went to a cave, died 7 times. And then when I finally killed the guy, I had this rush of like, Grr!
Wait till you be like Joanna and you don't leave River Run until you have the top gear in the game. I know she heard me. She doesn't leave. She literally goes and she like builds. She sits at the anvil and just continuously creates gear until she's like supremely overpowered. Then she runs around and kills a bunch of stuff. Then she kills a bunch of dragons. Then she once she gets to Whiterun, she enchants, blacksmiths, maxes that out, builds the top armor in the game. She's basically indestructible.
Yeah, like I died like 7 times to this one dude with a 2-handed battle axe.
Yeah.
And I'm like level 1, ain't got shit. And I'm just like, I'm beating this guy. And it took me like 10 minutes of running backwards and then him swinging around and me going, ah.
Yeah.
You know, I used up everything that I had just to beat that one guy, and finally I got him.
What are you playing as?
Sword and board.
Sword and board?
Yeah.
With the board, I may not have told you this, but the way to actually get some hits in on people is that you can basically parry or
Like a
repel.
shield, like a shield bash type
Yeah.
thing.
Well, it hits, and then you can throw it off, and it staggers them, and you can get 5 or 6 good hits in, but you have to back up and let your stamina
Yeah, I was trying to do that with the dude with the double-sided, and he was just swinging a little too wildly, and I couldn't get the timing down. And every time like he would hit me, it would hurt me so bad.
A lot, yep.
So I was doing the whole like jumping in, a couple taps, and getting out.
Yeah.
Couple taps, getting out. Yeah.
That's one thing I like Monster Hunter. I like games that are really dodgy, but you can like get in there and then you see him winding up that swing, and you can just go right around to the back of him. As long as you have enough stamina.
Finally
to do
killed
it.
him, and I'm like, yeah, it's time to go to bed. And I turned the game off. Like, I'm gonna take all the stuff I got in town and sell it.
Just remember, a little pro tip: if you drop it on the ground, Lydia can pick it up, even if she's encumbered. If she cannot carry anything else, she's completely maxed out. I cannot carry that. That is too much. That is too heavy of a burden. Put it on the ground. Tell her to pick it up. She'll pick it up.
Awesome.
Because you'll find in those, when you start wearing pretty heavy gear, you know, if you're going sword and board, you're going to be doing heavy armor. So you're going to be taking up a lot of your weight from just what you're wearing until you've got the heavy armor maxed out to where it's heavy armor weighs nothing.
Right.
And you're going to be doing this. Cool. I killed 7 things. I have to run back to town and unload.
Yep.
That was one of the things I didn't like about the game.
Yeah.
But if you play it with mods, which you won't be able to.
No, because I'm on Switch.
You get the ring of, like, maximum weight.
Yeah.
It's literally like you can't max it out unless you're my wife who has maxed it out.
I caught it in the mower.
Oh, look at all these pots and pans I have in my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. For real, though, that's going to do it for us this week here on the Game Maps Podcast. Thank you for listening to us and watching us wherever you decide to do so, on Twitch, YouTube, all the podcast services, Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, and Spotify. We are now on the Fi of Spotty, if you will.
Spotify.
And so we're over there on that service as well, all around the place, man. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll see you next week. Every Thursday here.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, what?
I didn't mean to say. I've been in the mode of other shows. I have one show that's every other, but every Thursday we're here. Every morning we're getting up for you. The audio version posts kind of earlier in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's ready for all you guys and all you commuters, and the video version goes up at like 9 a.m. on both. So
Yeah.
that would be it, guys. Until next time, I've been Brando.
And I've been Mike.
We'll see you next time, guys. Game on, and have a good one.